Thank you to Tokyo Tree and Sakura Co. for sponsoring this video. Hi, I'm Manga Captor, and I like cooking. Well, sometimes. But I love manga, so I decided why not make dishes from some of my favorite manga series. I'm going to do a full day's worth of food, snacks included, so let's get started. For breakfast, I'm going to be following a recipe from What Did You Eat Yesterday, a beautiful slice of life series that follows the relationship between Kenji and Shiro, who are both in their 40s and one of their favorite things to do together is eat. I'm going to be following the apple muffin recipe from volume 12. This apple muffin recipe comes from Gayoko, one of Shiro's most trusted food friends. So I knew this recipe had to be good. So I gathered all my ingredients together and got ready to follow Gayoko's recipe. As you could guess, apples are the star of this recipe. I went ahead and peeled 2 apples. Afterwards, I quartered them. And after removing all the seeds and stems, I was ready for the next step, scoring the apples. You want to score the apple twice, making sure not to go all the way down. After scoring all of the apples, I mixed together 1/3 cup of butter and 1/2 cup of sugar. I really should have been using a whisk per Kayoko's recommendation, but I didn't do that. But once that's all mixed together, I went ahead and added 1 egg and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Once the mixture was well incorporated, I mixed in 1 1/3 cup of flour and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And you want to alternate between adding your dry ingredients and your wet ingredients. Your wet ingredients being the 1/3 cup of whole milk. The only step of this recipe that I did not follow was adding the baking powder towards the end. I wanted to incorporate it into the flour to prevent having any bites of baking powder. It's happened to me before. You want to make sure that your baking powder is incorporated with your flour. And now our batter is complete. It will be thick, so don't be alarmed. I already preheated my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and now I'm ready to start putting the batter into the tin. And now it's time to put our apple crowns on the muffins. Now this step isn't exactly how the manga says. I coated the bottom of each apple quarter with a little bit of flour, and this is just to prevent the apple from sinking to the bottom. The next step is to sprinkle the muffins with some sugar. I specifically used cane sugar mixed with a little bit of vanilla extract. And now they go into the oven for 25 to 30 minutes. You'll know they're ready once they're golden brown and springy to the touch. And just take a look at these manga muffins. Don't they look so good? And to pair with our delicious manga muffins, we need freshly brewed coffee. And now all that's left is to dig in and enjoy this manga breakfast. And Shiro is 100% right. This looks like the perfect thing for a tired soul. I was just over the moon seeing a dish in front of me from What Did You Eat Yesterday, one of my favorite manga series of all time. These apple muffins went above and beyond my expectations. The muffin base is simple, which allows for a nice buttery and vanilla flavor to come through. The fresh apple on top retains some crispness, which creates a nice balance of textures. This manga muffin gets a 10 out of 10. And now moving on to snack time. For my snack today, I'll be recreating a dish from She Loves to Cook and She Loves to Eat. I love this manga with all my heart. It follows 2 neighbors who quickly become friends via their bond over food. It's such a wholesome read about self-discovery and acceptance, and of course, delicious, delicious food. In the first volume, Yuki is feeling under the weather, and her friend kindly makes her some Yaki Onigiri, also known as grilled rice balls. This recipe is best with fresh rice, so I went ahead and made a fresh batch. And don't worry, I washed my rice, I just didn't film it. The manga itself doesn't mention a recipe, so I referenced the Yaki Onigiri recipe from Just One Cookbook to make this. I'll be linking the recipe in the description box in case you'd like to check it out for yourself. I used a mixture of tamari, sugar, salt, and sesame oil to season the rice. And then it was time to shape the onigiri, but I didn't wet my hands, so it all got stuck. So I lightly coated my hands in sesame oil. Ideally, you should use salt water, but I thought since these were being grilled, it would be fine. I had such a nice and relaxing time shaping these rice balls. It was a lot of fun. In the manga, Yuki mentions that she always had grilled rice balls with sendai miso paste, which is a style of red miso paste. I brushed each side of the onigiri with this red miso paste. After that, it's time to grill them. My cast iron pan was way too hot, so I definitely recommend using a lower temperature when cooking these. I was feeling so proud of myself until I flipped them over and they were burnt. All of them were burnt, and I feel like Yuki would be upset with me, but she'd also be forgiving and just be happy that I cooked her something. So I made sure to turn down the temperature and reduce the cooking time on the other side, and we're just gonna plate them like this and pretend that the other side is not absolutely charred. And just look at this plate of delicious yaki onigiri. They look so good, and I can't wait to dig in. So let's go ahead and give these rice balls a try. This was such a tasty snack. It was simple but delicious. I loved the subtle sweetness from the seasoned rice and how it contrasted with the grilled flavor and red miso paste. This manga rice ball was a 10 out of 10. But you know what's even better than one delicious snack? More delicious snacks. Which is why I'm happy to share with you today's sponsors, Tokyo Treat and Sakura Co. Tokyo Treat and Sakura Co. both offer a taste of Japan from the comfort of your own home. Spring has arrived in Japan, and with it comes the much anticipated cherry blossom viewing season, also known as Hanami. You can experience Japan's Sakura season with Tokyo Treat and Sakura Co.'s special Sakura box, which features a beautifully designed Sakura-themed box filled with lots of Sakura-inspired snacks and teas. So first, let's take a look at the Sakura Co. box. Sakura Co. is a monthly authentic Japanese snack subscription box that supports local Japanese snack makers. Each box comes with 20 traditional, authentic, and artisan Japanese snacks, including teas and a special piece of tableware. You also get a booklet that shares more about each snack as well as Japanese culture. This box is just packed with so many beautiful and delicious snacks. One of my favorites was this Anko Castella cake, as well as these Sakura biscuits and Sakura mochi. Honestly, everything in this box was just so delicious. Each Sakura Co. box is so wonderfully curated and adds a lot of fun to your snack time. Not only that, but all these snacks pair very well with the provided tea in each box, which creates a great experience that you can share with loved ones. Each box also comes with a tableware item. This month's tableware item is the Neko Sakura dish, which is so beautiful, and I love cats, so I love this dish. I tried the doriyaki and my cat also wanted to try it, but I'm sorry, this is for me. And it was so delicious. It was soft, fluffy, and sweet. And to pair with it, I had the sweet Sakura tea. It was mildly sweet, beautifully floral, and delicious. The Sakura Co. box has a lot to offer, just like the Tokyo Treat box. Tokyo Treat is a monthly Japanese snack subscription box filled with up to 20 exclusive, limited edition, and seasonal flavored Japanese snacks that are only available in Japan for a limited time. You can learn more about each snack you receive through this booklet, as well as Japanese culture. This box has so many amazing snacks, like these matcha latte Kit Kats. You'll find so much variety in these snack boxes, so there'll be something for everyone, like Sakura leaf crackers, spring senbei crackers, sweet strawberry wafers, candy, and one of my favorites, the Sakura Castella cake. I really enjoyed all of these snacks. This snack box is so perfect for when you want to binge anime or manga. It's got everything you need to satisfy your cravings. These matcha latte Kit Kats in particular were so delicious and packed with matcha flavor. I really loved these. If you'd like to get your own Tokyo Treat or Sakurako box, you can get $5 off your first order. Just use the link in my description along with my coupon code MangaCaptor so that you too can enjoy a taste of Japan from the comfort of your own home. Thank you again to Tokyo Treat and Sakurako for sponsoring this video. Alright, it's lunchtime, and for lunch, I'm taking some inspiration from Spy Family and What Did You Eat Yesterday? I'm going to be making the omu rice, specifically the sari omu rice from Spy Family. Now, the manga doesn't say anything about how to make omu rice, but there is a volume from What Did You Eat Yesterday that includes a recipe, which I'll be taking a few steps from. So first, I'll be sauteing a mix of vegetables and seasoning it with salt, pepper, and chicken bouillon, per Kenji's recommendation. I took some day-old rice and just plopped it onto the pan and mixed it in with all of the vegetables. I put in some ketchup, and don't worry, I put in more than that. Kenji said that you need to put lots of ketchup in it, so lots of ketchup I put. Next, I'm making a simple scrambled egg omelet. I made sure to spread it around evenly to create a nice layer of egg blanket. And now for the part I was most nervous about, actually putting the rice in the omu rice and folding it up. I just gently lifted up the egg blanket and coaxed it over the rice, and I used the pan to help me shape it. Once that was done, I flipped it onto a plate. Not bad, but that shape needs some work, so I used a napkin to help me mold it into a prettier shape. And once I had my egg canvas ready, I piped sari in ketchup over it, and it turned out terrible. So I had my spouse eat it, and I made a new one for myself because I wanted to make a pretty omu rice. But dude, I was fighting for my life with this omelet. It was not working. It was not cooperative. It was not being a team player. But yeah, nothing a little bit of zhuzhing with a napkin can't fix. And of course, a beautiful drizzle of ketchup always fixes everything. It was looking, como se dice, elegant. Okay, maybe not, but the savory rice had a nice sweetness from the ketchup, and the vegetables added nice texture. The eggs were just being delicious in each bite. I loved this so much. I could eat it every day, honestly. Now for dinner, we're using one of Kifri's recipes. If you're not already familiar with this dashing witch, he is one of the main characters from Hat Atelier. Only one of the most amazing manga series out there, just saying. But the recipe I'm going to follow comes from the spin-off Hat Atelier Kitchen, that shows more of the relaxed at-home life that Kifri, his apprentices, and his his friend Alrugio share. Each volume is packed with recipes, and today I'll be making the potato croquettes from volume 1. The main ingredients are simple: potato, mushroom, bacon, which are all things that I love, so I have high expectations for this recipe. The first step is to peel and slice 3 ounces of potato, which is roughly 1 potato, and into a hot, salty bath it goes. Now, Kifri has magic, so he simply creates a fire spell to suspend his yam in fire, while he chops up some bacon and mushrooms. So it's time to chop up 1 cup of mushrooms. And I don't have magic, but I do have kitchen shears, which makes it really easy to cut up 3.5 ounces of bacon. And into a hot cast iron pan goes the bacon. We want this to cook first so that we can later cook the mushrooms and all of the rendered fat from the bacon. And once the potatoes are tender and soft, turn off the heat and let them cool a little. And once the bacon is done, go ahead and put it into a separate bowl so we can make room to cook our mushrooms. Cooking the mushrooms in the remaining bacon fat really helps improve the flavor. I was really surprised by how much savoriness just got sucked into these mushrooms. And now I'm just taking these mushrooms and putting them in the same bowl as the bacon. And in the same bowl, I also placed the potatoes. Now, I could have mashed the potatoes on the side first, and that would have made this much easier, but I didn't have foresight, I guess. I seasoned the croquette mixture to taste with salt and pepper, added in some butter. The recipe calls for a splash of milk, but I had just ran out of milk, so I used ricotta cheese since it's made with whole milk, and it worked great. Once I got the mixture all together, I divided it up into equal portions and shaped it as pictured in the manga here. This was a really fun process, and I think I just like shaping things with my hands. I also really enjoyed doing this with the onigiri. Once that was all done, I went ahead and chilled it in the fridge because I don't have ice magic. I'm not one of Kifri's apprentices, so I have to use regular appliances. Once they're nice and chilled, it's time to prepare a frying assembly line. You want to have 1 egg whisked and a plate full of breadcrumbs. I used panko breadcrumbs. Once that's all set up, you want to dip each one into the egg and then coat it in breadcrumbs. I brought a generous amount of coconut oil up to medium heat to fry the potato croquettes. I waited till they were golden to flip them and cook them on the other side. The aroma that was coming off of these things was just magical in and of itself. I was just imagining how cozy Kifri must have felt cooking in low lighting after a long day. And once they're done, it's time to plate them. I tried to emulate this look from the manga, but I don't know, I think I did okay. I topped them with a little bit of marinara sauce, which honestly would probably be better on the side. And then I gave them a little sprinkling of mozzarella cheese. And there you have it, manga fried potatoes, basically. These potato croquettes were really good. They were so crispy on the outside and nice and fluffy on the inside. The savoriness from the bacon and the mushrooms, everything was working together. And I don't know, these would be great to share with your own Olrugio. Wow, I had so much good food. I'd love to know what dish you'd try. Also, I'd love to do more videos like this in the future, so let me know in the comments what some of your favorite manga dishes are. Thanks so much for watching, and remember to give this video a like if you liked it, and subscribe for more content like this. Alright, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!